And as you bring your right knee up into your chest, just begin to find a little bit of movement through the right ankle joint. Maybe you click the toes a little bit, move the ankle around in different directions. And then from the roll of the ankle, just begin to take your right knee out to the side, bring it back through center, squeeze to the chest. Take the right knee to the side, bring it to center, squeeze to chest. Right knee out to the side, bring it to center, squeeze into the chest. Just finding a little bit of movement through this right hip joint. Pulling the thigh to the chest and taking it all the way out to the side. Maybe you lose a little bit of balance. Keeping that movement going on the right. And then just beginning to place that right foot down on the floor. And we're going to take it into this left side. Bring the left knee up in towards the chest. Take a nice big squeeze. And then find a little bit of movement through the left ankle joint. Take that ankle around in circles, left and right directions. Maybe just find that one spot to focus your gaze on, just to help you balance. Begin to work on that little internal hug from inside out, squeezing the belly and the waist in. And then from our ankle joint movements, begin to take the left knee left, hug it into the chest through center. Left knee left, hug into the chest through center. And even here, as we begin these little warm-up movements, think about that tummy becoming nice and tight, the waist pulling in, the rib cage pulling in. Swinging that left leg out to the center, back through center. And then slowly just allowing that left foot to come all the way down onto the mat. Take the feet a little bit wider than your hips and just begin to find some movement through the wrists. Moving the wrists around in circles, warming up through the wrists. Maybe you want to add in some movement here through the body, rock forwards and backwards on the toes even. Just beginning to wake the body up. And then as you move through the wrists, begin to take the arms out wide. Keep circling through the wrists, moving through the fingers. Take the arms all the way up overhead. Keep the movement through the hands, through the wrists. Maybe it's that little rock of the body. And then begin to take the arms all the way back down towards shoulder height. And then keep wiggling the wrists and fingers all the way down towards the hips. And as you come down towards the hips, begin to take the left arm up to the sky and lean and reach over to the right. Switch, left hand to the left, lean and reach. Take it over to the right, keeping the arms nice and wide as you come into these little side stretches. Left and right, reaching the bottom hand towards your knee, maybe it's the arm towards the calf, and your top arm reaches all the way up and out over the crown of the head. Once you begin to find the length and stretch on the sides of the bodies, you can begin to pick up the pace a little bit if you wish. If you feel that a slower movement is better for you, it's a little bit more controlled, then keep the movement a little slower, a little steadier. Keep breathing slowly in through the nose, long exhales through the mouth. Keep going, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center. And then we're going to turn into high lunge. Taking the right foot forward, bend through the right knee. Sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. Taking in a breath. And as you exhale, hands to heart, goddess squat, left heel comes into the middle of the mat. Inhale, take it up to your high lunge. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale through goddess squat. Inhale your high lunge. Exhale through goddess squat. As you come through your goddess squat, open the knees wide and begin to sink down low. As you switch through to your high lunge, lift onto the back tiptoes. Sink deeply into the front thigh. Lift the arms above the head. Keep pulling the belly in nice and tight, the waist in nice and tight. 5 more seconds here on the right. And I'm going to switch to the left in 3, 2, 1. Take it all the way out to the left. Left toes lead, left knee bends. Reaching the arms to the sky. High lunge, take a breath. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, high lunge left. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, your goddess squats. High lunge to goddess squat. You can pick up the speed of the movement if that feels good for you, or you can keep it that little bit slower, more controlled, allowing yourself to get a little bit deeper into the legs. But sink down nice and low as you come into your goddess squat. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take a little rest. Shake out those legs. Take a drink if you need. Your heartbeat might have started to pick up in pace a little bit. From here, we're going to begin to come into our warrior 3. Standing on the left leg, send the right leg all the way out behind you. Reaching the arms forward, take a breath in. So you exhale, bring the hands to the heart, bend the left knee. Inhale, arms reach forward, warrior 3. Exhale, bend left knee, hands to heart. Inhale, arms forward, warrior 3. Exhale, bend the knee, hands to heart. Inhale, arms forward, right leg extends. Hands to heart. Reach the arms forward as you rise up out of your left leg. Bending through the left knee, hands to heart. Reaching the arms forward. As you come into these movements, keep thinking about this right glute staying nice and tight and strong. Reaching the arms forward, pull the tummy muscles in a little tighter. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch. Take the right foot to the floor. Find in your warrior 3. Squeeze the left leg up towards hip height, arms forward, take a breath. Exhale, bend right knee, hands to heart. Inhale, warrior 3, arms forward. Exhale, bend right knee, hands to heart. Inhale, arms forward, warrior 3. Exhale, hands to heart, bend the right knee. Same thing, left glute, super tight, super strong. Keep lifting your left heel up towards hip height. Seeing if you can take the bends out of the knees, you press your heel away from you. Pull the tummy muscles in tight. Keep your focus on one spot ahead of you, just to help that balance. You've got 8 seconds, and we're going to come and find a little rest for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, stand up, walk it out. Give those legs a little shake, taking a drink if you need. Making your way towards the bottom edge of your mat. And beginning just to maybe have a little roll into the ankles, roll into the wrists. Take the feet about hips distance apart. Inhale, arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, walk it out to plank. From plank, take it all the way back up to stand, arms reaching to the sky. Fold forward over the legs, walk it out through plank. Bring it back, hands towards the feet, arms reaching to the sky. Fold and forward. Walk it all the way back up to stand. Walk it out through plank. Take it all the way back up to stand. Halfway there. Keep the movement going. Walk out through plank. Reaching the arms all the way up to the sky as you rise up to stand. 15 seconds left. Just giving our legs a little chance to rest here until we move on to another leg exercise. In 3, 2, 1. Come and stand into the middle of the mat. Feet together. Step the right foot right, Bend the right knee, left hand to the floor. Come through center, left leg left. Bend the left knee, hand to the floor. To the right, to the left. Come through center, both knees bend, jump. Both knees jump, jump to stand. Both knees bend, jump to stand. 4 times here. Step right, step left, step right, step left. Center jump, bend the knees, jump to stand. Bend the knees, jump to stand, step right, step left. Maybe you add in a little hop heel as you step from left to right. Jump through the center. Both knees bend. 4 times to the right, to the left, to the right, to the left, through center jump. If you want to take out the jump, just continue to move from left to right. If you're adding in the jump, 4 times left and right, jumps through the center 4 times. Keep it going, you've got 10 seconds left. Maybe you do 1 last round of jump, springing from side to side even. In 3, 2, 1. Whew. Walk it out, shake the wrists, give the ankles a little roll. Take a quick drink. From here, come find your plank. Coming all the way into a plank. Options, hands on the floor, knees on the floor plank, hands on the floor, toes on the floor, or maybe if you've got wrists and hand problems, you come into a forearm plank. Finding your plank, however that might look for you. And hold. Think about pulling your bum from the sky towards the same level and line as your shoulders. Pull the tummy muscles in. Take a breath. And as you exhale, shoulder taps. Right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. Right hand, left shoulder, left hand, right shoulder. Keeping it going. Shoulder taps. If you need to take a rest with the knees on the floor for a little bit, then go for it. Maybe you need to step your feet a little bit wider. And as you come into these shoulder taps, try and think about holding your hips a little bit more steadily in the center. So try not to sway too much as you move from left to right. Hold those tummy muscles in tight. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold plank. Hold your plank wherever you are. Pull the belly muscles in, squeeze. Tuck your hips up towards your ribs so that your bottom doesn't stick all the way up in the air. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Sit down onto the knees, give those hands a little shake out if they need. These 30-second rests don't really go very far, so do what you need to do within this time. And then we're going to begin to make our way into a downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up high. And as you find your dog, just begin to pedal out the legs. Find some movement here. Bending through the knees. Think about pulling the belly button up in towards the space in the hips and the pelvis. And then as you begin to bend the legs, begin to quicken up the pace. Faster movement left and right, right and left. Keep that little internal squeeze and hug of the tummy inwards. Pedal the knees out as fast as you feel like you can. Maybe you want to slow it down and really get into the backs of the legs a little bit more. And then beginning to slow down your movements. Lift the shoulders a little higher, lift the hips a little higher. And as you inhale, begin to lift your right leg all the way up to the sky for a one-legged dog. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Rise up, high crescent lunge. Swing the left knee to the hands. high lunge, left knee to hands, high lunge to one-legged dog, right leg in the air. Right foot forward, high lunge. Left knee to the hands, taps. 2 times taps. Take it back, one-legged dog. Right foot forward, high lunge. Left knee taps for 2. Hands to the floor, one-legged dog. Right foot forward, high lunge. Left knee taps. Hands to the floor, one-legged dog. Right foot forward, high lunge. Left knee taps for 2. Slow it down, take it a little quicker. Maybe even as you come and bring your left knee into a tap, you take a little jump. If you wanted to add on anything extra. Making this one your last one, and we're going to switch up sides, take it to the left. As you come into your dogs, prepare the left leg. Step the left foot forward, arms to the sky, right knee taps. Hands to floor, left leg in the air, one-legged dog. High crescent lunge, right knee taps to the hands for 2. Hands to floor, one-legged dog, left foot in the air. High lunge, right knee taps. Keep it going. Lift those legs all the way up in the air as you come into your one-legged dogs. Find a strong crescent lunge. Keep it going. You've got 10 seconds left on this side. See if you can get one more in here. And then we're going to take it all the way down onto the floor, onto our backs. In 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down onto the floor. Taking a little breather if you need a drink, shake out the wrists. And then coming down onto your back. And as you lie down on your back, make a little diamond shape with the thumbs and index fingers and place them underneath the hips. The fingers and thumbs don't really need to meet each other, but just place them underneath the hips for a little bit of support. Take the feet out nice and long. You have the option here to keep your head and shoulders on the floor, or for a little bit more of a challenge, lift the head and shoulders off the floor. From here, lift the feet off the mat, and then begin to scissor the legs. Up and down, up and down. Either head on the floor, shoulders on the floor, or head and shoulders lifted. Your choice. Keeping it going. Scissor through the legs. Pull the tummy muscle in and down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both feet to the sky. Lower the heels towards the floor, not on the floor. Feet to the sky, heels towards the floor, not on the floor. Feet to the sky, towards the floor, not on the floor. Keep pulling your tummy muscles in, pulling on the waist. Lifting the legs towards the sky. Keep the movement controlled. Try not just to swing the legs in any direction so your bottom lifts off your hands, but slow the movement down. Control. Inhale up, exhale smoothly down. Keep going. You've got 10 seconds left here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest, extend. Knees to chest, extend. Knees to chest, extend. Knees to chest, extend. Maybe you want to rest the head and shoulders on the floor for a little bit. Before you pick them back up again, you begin to feel your thighs burn. Your hip flexors working super hard here. If you've placed the head and shoulders on the floor, see if you can pick them up again. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the feet to the floor, release the hands from under the hips. Let the knees rock from side to side. Maybe you're starting to get a little bit hot now. If you've cranked up your heating, you might need to just towel down a little bit. Bringing our knees back through center. Place the hands behind the head, elbows are wide. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lift the head off the floor, the shoulders off the floor. Try not to curl the chin into the chest, but keep looking up towards the sky. And from here, take a little crunch. Lift towards the sky, lower to the floor. Crunch to the sky, lower to the floor. Crunch to the sky, lower into the floor. Trying to avoid that chin curling in towards the chest. Crunching up towards the sky. Maybe you've pointed your elbows up towards the sky and they can help lead you. And in 10 seconds, we're going to add in a little twist. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift through center. Take your left elbow towards your right knee 2 times. Come through center. Right elbow to left 2 times, center. Left elbow points right 2 times, center. Right elbow points left 2 times, find your center. Left elbow, center. Right elbow twists, center. Left elbow twists through center to the right, center, left. Keeping it going. If you need to rest at any point, just come down, take a big breath in, a big breath out. And then pick it up again and begin. You're halfway there. Twist into the right, twist into the left, twist into the right, twist into the left. Keep it going. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down onto the mat, take a little rest. Hug the knees into the chest, rock the legs from side to side, whatever it is that you need. Whew. Maybe you're starting to feel all fired up in your tummy here now. And we've got one more abdominal exercise to do here. So coming back with the feet on the floor, hands behind the head. Take a breath in, lift head and shoulders off the floor. And as you exhale, bring the left knee to the right elbow and switch. Bicycle the legs. Left knee, right elbow, right knee, left elbow. Take the movement a little slower to begin with so you get the cross, the twist. And as you twist, make sure that the elbow that you're leading with, that shoulder lifts off the floor. Maybe you want to double up the pace and make your bicycle a little bit quicker. Or maybe you prefer the slowed down version. Maybe you can get that shoulder off the floor in the slowed down version. Keeping it going. Working through those abdominal muscles. You've got 15 seconds left. Speed it up, slow it down. Your choice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the feet to the floor. Take the hands down by the hips. Bring your heels close enough so that your fingertips can just tickle the heels. Feet are hips distance apart. Little squeeze on the shoulders. And as you inhale, lift the hips to the sky, squeeze the glutes. Tap to the floor. Hips lift to the sky, tap to the floor. Hips lift to the sky, tap to the floor. Little bridge lifts. Squeezing your glutes to squeeze the hip bones up towards the sky. Keep it going. Squeeze the glutes a little tighter. Lift your hip bones a little higher. Just allow the bottom to graze the floor, to tap to the floor as you squeeze all the way back up to the sky. 5 seconds left here, and then we're going to raise our right foot up to the sky and take it into single leg lifts. 3, 2, 1. Lift your right foot in the air, single hip lifts. Squeezing into your left glute as you lift your right toes to the sky. Keeping it going. Feel your glutes begin to burn. Squeeze, squeeze. Lift those right toes a little higher. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right foot to the floor. Single left leg lifts. Squeeze. Left toes to the sky. Squeeze your glutes tighter as you lift your left toes high in the air. Keep this going. Halfway there. Feel the burn on your right glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Poke the knees all the way in towards the chest. Take a little rock around of the lower back on the floor. And then bring the hands behind the knees and take a little rock forwards and backwards until you come all the way up to sit. From your seat, make your way back into a downward facing dog. And as you come into your downward facing dog, take the hands a little bit wider than your mat. Spread the fingers wide. As you turn your hands slightly outwards and lift up onto your tiptoes. Lift the hips up super high. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, begin to bend the elbows. Lift the hips high. Bend the elbows, hips are high. Bend the elbows, hips high. Bend the elbows, hips high. Try not to shift the body weight forward as you bend the elbows. Think about keeping your hips nice and high at all times. Try avoid coming in towards it like a plank kind of pose. Hip lifts high. Bend in the elbows. Your head coming towards the floor as if you want to kiss the ground. Elbow dips. Keep high on those tiptoes. Keep lifting the belly button all the way up into the spine. Keeping it going. In 5 seconds, you've come to the end of your kisses, your floor kisses. 3, 2, 1. Lower down onto the knees. Give those wrists a little bit of a shake out. And then come all the way up to stand. Feet together or hips distance apart. Take the arms all the way up to the sky. Chair pose with a twist to the right, to the sky, twist to the left, to the sky. Twist to the right, to the sky, to the left, to the sky. Maybe once you've begun to find your twist, you add in a little bit of a lift and jump as you spring all the way up to stand. Depends how much more energy you've got to give, how much more strength in those legs you've got to add in a little jump as you reach the arms all the way up towards the sky. Maybe you just keep the movement a little slower, a little steadier. Keep going. Halfway. Maybe you need to slow it down if you've added in the jumps. Take the jump out for a minute. 10 seconds left. Keep going, we're nearly there, team. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, walk it off. Take a drink if you need. Coming into our final bit of movement here this morning. There's a big creepy crawly spider just came into my room. It's like hovering and teasing us over there. So we're going to begin. Take a nice deep bend in the legs. Sit down low, reach the arms forward. Holding it there. From here, bring your hands to the floor, knees to the backs of the arms. Shift the weight forward. Come back into your deep squat. Take the hands to the floor, rock the body forward, lift onto the tiptoes. Rock it back, hands forward. Shifting the weight forward. Rock back, hands out in front of the shoulders. Maybe if you're familiar with crow, you begin to see if you can lift the toes off the floor, rock back into your deep squat. Rock forward, crawl. Rock back, arms forward. Rock forward, crawl, toes lift. Rock it back. Rock forward, toes lift. Rock back, keeping in your deep squat. Keep the hips and thighs closely linking in towards your belly, towards your ribs. Rock forwards, crawls. Either toes lift, either toes stay on the floor. Rock back into that lunge squat. Keep it going. You've got 5 more to go. In 3, 2, 1. If you have your crawl, hold. Hold crawl if you have it. Keep it there if you don't have crawl. Maybe you stay with the knees bent, arms forward. Maybe you like the weight forward and stay on your tiptoes. Hold it for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Keep squeezing, pull the belly muscles in tight. Lift the collarbones a little higher. See if you can round the shoulders a little bit more and crawl. 3, 2, 1. Release. Rise up to stand. Give those hands and wrists a little bit of a shake out. Take an inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Come through center and release.